I'm delighted to say a few words about the growth of the MAHRM department at Madras School of Social Work. The department has really established its strong presence in the college over the past 15 years. And not only within the college, they have established their presence in the industry outside and added a lot of brand value for Madras School of Social Work. On this occasion of its completion of 15 years, I wish the department a great success.
Yeah, this HRM department I think is one of the prestigious departments of the college. I've seen them last 6 years, I've seen them grow, and every year I get to know that yes, this is a department where students are taking active part in a lot of activities on campus and off campus. So they're very good at, very talented when it comes to whether their employability skills or whether it is taking part in cultural events and sports. So it's something that I felt close to because it's all a success story for HRM.
But my experience here was very nice in the past 6 months, mainly because I saw practically how much they're giving us place to implement our ideas.
So starting from your activity which you do, as well as the leadership position which I own, each and everything involves with dealing with people. In such case, it was a great learning experience for me.
Since the first day of college, HRM has been a beautiful roller coaster ride with a lot of ups and a few lows. But the beautiful thing about this ride is that throughout the entire journey, we're always backed up by our friends and this beautiful department.
The department of MAHRM has actually helped me find a lot of new friends who I can count on for not just academics but also other walks of life.
It's creating a platform for us to also interact with our alumni, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you all, and I really hope that you have fun with this.
So you want me to say about where it all started, isn't it? I would say that it started like that from here, okay? Now, if you ask me, my story at MSSW starts with 1983, okay? I was a fresh graduate from the Women's Christian College, just passed out of BA Psychology, then it was known as BA Psychology. And then I had applied at Stella and MSSW, and even at that point of time, MSSW had a brand name. So me, despite getting at Stella and a couple of other colleges, I opted for MSSW. So my story will not actually start with 2005, but it goes back from 1983. When I took up this course for 2 years, I don't want to go much into that, but to catch it in a phrase, what was my experience at MSSW during my 2 years of MA Social Work. I'll call it as a life-changing experience. I think from 1985 till 2005, it was hectic corporate activity in the area of learning and development, conducting training programs and all that. That's when I was looking out for a major shift in terms of, I had a passion for teaching, so I wanted to take a shift and get into teaching as such. So, and what better place than my own institution? So that is when, I think in the year 2005, I dropped in for a casual chat with Dr. Fatima Vasant. Dr. Fatima Vasant happens to be my own faculty, and she had just taken over as principal at Madras School of Social.
When I took over as principal, I looked at the campus and then thought, why only 100 students should utilize this large space, this many facilities, and yes, we had just one department, that is the MSW department. So I thought the college needs that expansion, the inclusion, and many more should be benefited by the resources that is available in the college. So that was a first spark, I must say, to have the space that is available to be utilized, or many more should benefit. And that's why I was contemplating on the other academic streams that we can start.
The moment I joined MAHRM, I had a lot of passion to become a teacher. So that was my childhood passion, where HOD ma'am identified that potential, and she thought that let me give an opportunity to this particular girl. So from that time onwards, she started molding me and nurturing me, wherein in the next 2 years, I got an offer in the same MSSW institution. I was given a job of MS assistant professor, where I was handling for my own immediate juniors. Today, I have reached this PhD. I have completed my PhD in the year 2019. It's all through the effort, encouragement, motivation, and all the inputs given by ma'am.
From 2005 to 2007 was exciting. That's a place where I learned, and it really created a very strong bedrock for the career that I have now. Today, if I'm able to lead a large team in Reliance as part of Reliance Retail, I would attribute a lot of this to those 2 wonderful years I spent in MAHRM MSSW.
So this gentleman from MMA Madras Management Association had come to visit our college. They had announced a contest, for postgraduate students, including MBAs. And when this gentleman addressed us, he was like, there are 3 topics or 3 categories, and the third one is, I think, more relevant to you because that's more in HR. And the first 2 are more business oriented, and I tried to ask him. I was more interested probably in the second topic, so I asked him a question about that, and he sounded a bit condescending, and he was like, maybe the third topic is more relevant for you guys, because we were not MBAs, so to say. And I had made up my mind that we have to somehow contest in one of the first 2 topics, and we did so. Vinash and myself from our batch, we did so, and we kind of won that contest, right? So I'm just coming to say that the course gave us everything we needed to be successful HR professionals.
Of course, one of the major objectives of the department was to create wholesome, knowledgeable, versatile business leaders. And one thing we thought was curriculum or the syllabus alone will not be enough. And so we had to come up with a number of other initiatives which will go a long way in creating robust HR professionals. And let me name a few. One was the HR Symphony. Now this was the annual management event that we conduct, and this gave ample opportunity for the students to rub shoulders with corporate bigwigs. And generally what we did is we chose current trendy business topics like VUCA, Agile, then AI, and what all is the current scenario, we wanted our students to gain enough exposure into them. We also conducted student management event under the theme Innovatia. This we also have Hurricane. This is the department newsletter. As the acronym says, Human Resource Campus News. Apart from this, we also have something known as a HR Coffee Club. This is a very informal knowledge sharing platform. We have Reflection. Now, Reflection is a book review. So this was aimed at increasing the habit of reading books, especially management books. We have a very interesting program known as Link. Now, this was initiated by our own students. So this is a student-led knowledge platform, or you call it as a knowledge initiative.
Signs were everywhere, but now it's official, we are in a recession. The research group that makes that determination.
So I think during the year 2009, okay, there was a dip in the economy. The business scenario also was a little challenging, and the recruiters that we had during 2006, 7 and 8, I mean totally absent over there because of the dip. But you know something, we always teach our students, the road is always, the road is not plain, it has its ups and downs, okay. So when you go up, you take it, when you go down, you come out with strategies. And so I think the MAHRM department did not stagger at this point of time. So immediately what we did was, we consolidated all our internship places, okay. So quickly what we did is, all our students came together as one, and we formed committees, and we started reaching out to all the places of internship, and then we ourselves, we came up with some strategies. We said, we will not opt for high salaries, okay, for whatever they offer, let us take it up. I would like to also share yet another challenge that we faced at the Department of MAHRM. We had to go through downs, deeps and ups, and one major thing was teachers. So there was a scarcity, and at any point of time, I think right from 2005 till 2010, we didn't have the full strength of 5, okay. So at any time when even faculty joined us, they would be here for a few months and then they would leave us also. So attrition also was very high over here.
Things were good. I got placed. I never thought I would get placed, honestly speaking, because I still remember the day when I was sitting for the last round in TCS. So in the Pakam Pata 90%, in the Pakam Pata 85%, and I was just with 70%. So, but there are people who believe that I will get placed more than me. My friends, my faculties. HOD used to always say that you will get placed. I used to say, ma'am, there are people who are better than me. But she says, buddy, I will treat you if you don't get placed on day 1 or day 2. So I was like, okay, you're gonna give me lunch, free lunch, I'm happy for that. I've been so retail.
Limitations and challenges and all that, yet the demand for the course was very, very high. And so what happened was, the management thought of starting yet another program as such. So I think in the year 2009, the formalities to be done with the university started in the year 2009, and so papers started being presented, and of course the university said that you can't start another course with the name as MAHRM, the nomenclature should be different. And so that's when we tried to find out different titles. Like, although we presented quite a number, the university accepted one, and they said, I think OC and OD, organization development, will be good. So what started in the year 2009 for a new department, for a sibling department of MAHRM, materialized in the year 2011. I still remember the first batch of students both in MAHRM and in HROD. I always refer to them as hand-picked diamonds. I always use that word, hand-picked diamonds.
Hey guys, this is Josh from the very first batch of HR and OD. Back in the day when we joined MSSW in the HROD batch, we did consider ourselves a little bit unlucky because our batch was the few who did not make it into the HRM batch. However, once we got in, we realized we were not HROD, but we were part of the HRM batch, and that sole credit goes to Jayanti Peter ma'am. So to me, I still consider HROD and HRM under the same bracket of HRM.
Strongly believe that the department has made me an individual that helped me find who I am truly, and because of that, when I had joined TCS as an organization, I felt that it is very important for me to come back to the department, and not just the department, to the organization as well, and to give back and to pay it forward to what the department and the college has done for me. And that's why I see to it that every year I connect with the department for their soft skills. Because being a student, sitting down in those benches, sitting down in those hot classrooms which have now become great infrastructure, I believe that I would be able to speak their language and understand where they come from. And I would also try to explain to them and tell them that the world out there is a tough, mean world. And you have this opportunity. It would be like the pit stop in a Formula 1 racing competition, where life goes on, and then soft skills is a point where the car comes to a complete halt, and that 8 seconds helps the car to complete the race and even be the winner.
So my friend and I used to be in STC, and we used it as the excuse to sit under the wisdom tree. Like literally almost every single day we used to try to find reasons and excuses to bunk classes, and we just used to sit under the wisdom tree and have long discussions about like what we're going to do in college and all that. It used to start with that, but it was usually like, it always ended up talking about life. And when we went back to the classroom, we always, when the teacher tries to talk about one particular subject, we always drag them into asking some questions, and sometimes it's all of these conversations, like these topics that didn't seem to have any meaning, that we used to talk about in classes and under the wisdom tree and outside the canteen. When I look back now, it seems like those were the most meaningful topics, because they were the topics about the most important things in our life. They were about our lives. They were about our stories, they were about our identities. And now when I look back at college and at MSW, the thing that I learned most, or I cherished learning the most about, was about life.
So yeah, my initial few days at MSSW was filled with confusion and doubts whether I made the right decision of quitting my job at Infosys and stepping back to college. But believe me, those thoughts just vanished within a month without even me realizing it has gone. The 2 years at MSSW was one exciting roller coaster ride which I would definitely want to ride again.
So whenever MSSW comes to my mind, it actually it gives me the feeling of me going to the next level. So MSSW was always pushing us to the next level. So it's like the brand value actually, to be honest. So whatever we are today, all the HR fraternity here in across India and all over the globe, someone at least from MSSW would be there, that too from MAHRM.
So I'm happy that I've taken a decision back in 2015 June that either if it was MAHRM or any other departments, I chose MAHRM department. I'm very glad to have chosen that as my department for the next 2 years. And yeah, it was a good journey for me. It was a good experience.
So to talk about my experience or journey in MSSW, so I had a little bit of work experience before I joined. So I was a little skeptical before joining, but I'm glad that I as well took this decision of joining MSSW, and especially MAHRM, because right now wherever we are, I think it's because of the kind of background that we come from. So I'm thankful to all the faculties and the kind of set that I got to be part of.
But MAHRM, the bonding that we had broken all my uncertainties, and I really cherish the moment that I have spent in our college. And to share few lighter moments from our journey is, I have forced each and every faculty of ours to call me as a kid, and not just a kid, a cute kid, and they have done so also, bearing all my tortures. So that kind of friendly relationship that they have shown to the students, and they were really approachable, and we had gained a lot of experience out of it.
First time I walked into MSSW, I noticed that the MAHRM department stood out, just like how the faculties always make sure that students there always stand out with their ability to achieve. So I wanted to join the department first thing. I came in as a girl who just came out from the UG, but when I left college, I was more articulated, poised and ready to corporate world.
Define factory. My dear friends, I am not here to ask questions on labor laws. I am not here to ask about MCQ test, library assignment and open book test, and particularly case analysis. I travelled along with all sort of students, and of course they molded me as a person, as I am HK in the area of labor laws.
Imagine, I just said this for your remembrance. Hi all. To talk about my experience with the department, it's been 4 years down the line, and I had a great time having a discussion with my students. I always used to say, it's not about teaching, it's about discussion. And thanks for your support over the years. See you then.
It's been 4 years since I've started this journey with Madras School of Social Work, and it's a totally new experience for me. Being a teacher, and I got to learn so much being here and interacting with all my students.
And so I think it was time to enjoy small wins from all these years of investment. And I can say that the small wins that we started enjoying were seeing our students being placed. My God, you should see the look of triumph and pride when they come and say, "Ma'am, I'm placed." And the calls that I will receive at the end of the day home saying, "Ma'am, I was shortlisted." I think those were joyous moments. So that is one thing. And even moving beyond, these students, after working for 3 years and 4 years, they come back and say, "Ma'am, this has been our experience." And at times they would also say, "Ma'am, all these were the things that we picked up from the department." I think those were moments of joy for us. And they didn't stop with us. They said, "Ma'am, we would love to give back what we wanted, what we have taken from here." And so we had quite a number of our students serving on our board of studies. Another group of students who served as examiners for our Viva OC. And then there were yet another group of students who volunteered to for the knowledge sharing exercise. We have a alumni interact platform. So they came and they shared their experience. And then there were a couple of our alumni who also served as soft skill trainers. So I think it was wonderful really for our own students to come back, okay? And whatever they have received over here, it is amplified. We want to widen the scope and the horizon of the department. 15 years is a journey, but there are miles to go. And so today's venture of arranging for the small alumni meet, or you may call it as the homecoming 19, was to consolidate the 13 batches of passed out students along with the current 2 batches of students, so that once we consolidate them, our alumni base also becomes large and we can network and find out what way we can take the department forward. I think that should be done, especially in today's program. so this is us signing off for now. But before we go, I would like to end with a small quote. Now the quote says this: we earn a living by getting, but we make a life by giving. My deepest wish for my students is that they move beyond the confines of corporate world and spread the message that MSSW stands for, and the message is being human. Together we can do so much, but when we are alone we do very less. Let's all strive together to make a difference in this world. Thank you.